Discover the transformative power of Zen and the art of NLP. A lot more success with a lot less stress on Transformation Talk Radio. Every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, Dr. Steve Simpson combines the principles of Zen philosophy with the techniques of neuro-linguistic programming to help you achieve your goals with ease and tranquility. Whether you're seeking personal growth, professional development, or improved relationships, this show offers practical strategies and insights to navigate life's challenges with a calm and focused mindset. Get ready to embrace a new level of success and serenity. Zen and the art of NLP starts now.
Hello everyone, it certainly does start now, today, because one of our greatest gifts is probably the one you never think about. I know I say that every week, but this one, it's about a tiny gland the size of a grain of rice, hidden in the very deepest part of your brain. This is called the pineal gland. If you can switch it on, it might be the joy control center. If you do this right, you will glide through life like a swan on a calm lake. If you do it wrong, your life will be a never-ending series of tropical storms. Well, don't worry, we're not going to go there. I'm Dr. Steve Simpson, and you are listening to Zen and the Art of NLP on Transformation Talk Radio. Every week, we will choose a topic highlighting a core skill of neuro-linguistic programming, otherwise known as NLP, because we believe in your potential to grasp and apply these concepts in your life. How do we know? Because you're on the show. That's all you have to do. We'll take care of the rest as long as you can stay awake. The three foundations of NLP are 1, modeling excellence, 2, using effective language patterns, and 3, learning how to connect to the massive power of the unconscious mind. This is so important, and that this can be done mainly through hypnosis, but there are other ways as well. These foundations form the basis of NLP and are crucial for understanding its principles and techniques. We'll also explore Zen philosophies. Zen is a state of calmness, attentiveness, and inner peace. It shares a common goal with NLP to enhance personal development and to improve communication, massively sometimes. Someone with a Zen attitude approaches a situation calmly and with a focused awareness. That's what we want, because this is the home of peak performance, amongst other things, and the source of massive results. Today's headline topic is the secret powers of the pineal gland, the home of joy, and our third eye. I've got 3 quick quotes for you which highlight the subject a bit more. Do you know what the musician Carlos Santana thought about joy? He's one of my favorites. He said, if you carry joy in your heart, you can heal any moment. Wise words indeed, Mr. Carlos. Do you know what frequent guest on the show, Nobel scientist Albert Einstein thought about joy? He said, it's the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. He's absolutely right, but how of us were lucky enough to have a teacher who could do that? And finally, do you know what Buddha thought about joy? Buddha said, we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. And so it does. And the source of these 3 inspirational quotes is from brainyquote.com. Stay with us for the next 30 minutes and let us help you experience that sweet spot of mind, body, and soul to embrace a new level of success and serenity, helping you achieve a lot more success with a lot less stress. Please post your questions and comments, and I'll do my best to answer them in the final part of the show. You can also call us now at our live call-in numbers. Lines are open, 1-800-930-2819. This is your chance to engage directly with the topic and share your thoughts with our audience. And to remind you, today's headline topic is the secret powers of the pineal gland, the home of joy, and our third eye. We're now ready for our next adventure and we'll dive into the middle of our brain. I warn you that you may never think the same way about yourself. You've got two choices. You can turn back or you can be brave. Trust me, I'm a doctor. You're in good hands, I hope. So let's get started right now. There's 3 steps to learn about. Step 1 of 3 is learning about a tiny gland the size of a grain of rice hidden in the deepest part of our brain, because this can help us achieve a lot more success with a lot less stress. Years ago, as a trauma surgeon, just seems like yesterday, but that's what we all say, doesn't it? I reviewed many routine skull x-rays following head injury, and I occasionally noticed a collection of tiny white granules in the midline. One day I asked a radiologist what they were. He said, "It's not important. This is just partial calcification of the pineal gland." Now we know that this calcification is linked to dementia and may be a predictor of early aging. So it's actually very important indeed. So how wrong can people be, even the experts? Because time proves us all fools, doesn't it? The first clue that the pineal gland might be very important came from discovering that it possesses a profuse blood supply. This is of huge significance because nature can never be wrong. Only the much larger kidney has a greater flow. As Chinese medicine instructors, where the blood flows, the energy will follow. And as if this was not proof enough of the importance of this tiny gland, it also has a well-developed network of nerves leading to and from it. These blood vessels and nerves are surely there for a reason. This means that whatever the pineal gland produces is transferred to every part of our body. And these findings excite me. And it's not just me, because also it excites some of the major pharmaceutical companies, in fact, maybe all of them. In a nutshell, they believe that the pineal gland might produce chemicals that stimulate joy, love, and many other powerful emotions. Well, that would be wonderful. We would all buy some of those pills, wouldn't we? Maybe. Step 2 of 3 is, of course, we can find this our way as well, which is what we're doing today. Step 2 of 3 is learning how time spent studying history is rarely wasted. Again, depends who your teachers were. The pineal gland has a long and fascinating history, with early ideas about its function being far removed from what we know today. The earliest recorded descriptions of the pineal gland come from the ancient Greeks. They believed the pineal gland to be a valve, a guardian for the flow of what they called pneuma, which was their concept of the vital spirit or breath of life. Some believed a third eye connected people to the spiritual realm. In the 2nd century, Greek physician Galen was the first to give a written description of the pineal gland. He disagreed with the prevailing concept of pneuma and believed the gland had no real function, but served as a structural support for the brain tissue. He named the gland conarian, meaning cone or pine cone, later translated to the Latin pinealis during the Renaissance. This is the origin of the gland's modern name. The 17th century philosopher René Descartes had a more mystical view of the pineal gland. He described it as the principal seat of the soul and believed it was the point where the mind and body interacted. This idea influenced philosophical thought for centuries, and it still does, because he just might have been right. And he wasn't the only one who was convinced of its importance. The Hindus believe this gland is the third eye and one of the body's 7 chakras. Many other mystical, metaphysical, and occult theories are concerned with the role of the pineal gland. As you would guess, these are very controversial, and if you require hard science to justify some of these theories, you'll be very disappointed. Indeed, there's not much hard science on any subject, just many theories that may or may not be true. If, on the other hand, like me, you're prepared to experiment and keep an open mind about these theories, the results might blow your mind, in the nicest possible way, of course. It wasn't until the mid-20th century that scientists began to understand the true function of the pineal gland. In 1958, researchers discovered that the pineal gland secretes melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep-wake cycles and seasonal changes. This discovery marked a major turning point in our understanding of the gland's role in our body. Today we know that the pineal gland is a neuroendocrine organ that produces hormones and neurotransmitters. Melatonin is still considered its most important hormone, but research is ongoing to explore the gland's functions further. Some scientists believe it may play a role in mood regulation, sexual development, and even aging. The history of the pineal gland reminds us how our understanding of the human body has evolved and will do. From ancient spiritual beliefs to modern scientific discoveries, the pineal gland continues to be a source of fascination and intrigue. Melatonin also produces other hormones that make us happy and joyful. And in my experience, happy people are lucky people, which is why overthinking, overplanning, and being overcritical will stifle your source of creativity. It takes courage to change the habits of a lifetime, but it can be done, helping you achieve a lot more success with a lot less stress. And to remind you, you are listening to Zen and the Art of NLP with me, Dr. Steve Simpson. We're going to take a swift break very shortly, but before we do that, please take a moment to think about these 4 big questions. Question number 1, what is your greatest gift? That's question 1. Number 2, what is the one thing that you desire the most? Because if they're connected one way or another, that gives you a very good chance. Question 3, what is the one thing that's stopping you from achieving it, whatever you desire the most? Because if you can find that out, you'll be able to neutralize it. And finally, the 4th question, and this one just might be the most important. What's the one thing that you want to share with others? And the reason why is because when you move away from ego, me, and start thinking about what you can help, how you can help other people, sharing stuff with other people, you raise your frequencies without even knowing that that's what you're doing. And these frequencies will bounce around the universe, and they're certain to resonate with at least one other person on this planet. That's about 8 billion to choose from. And the chances are that it'll be many more. And you will be rewarded. When we return, step 3 of 3 is learning how to open your third eye. That's pretty exciting. And the benefits that this will bring. As always, we use it or we lose it. Trust me, this is a lot easier than it might sound, and it really is. Stay tuned. We will be right back, helping you achieve a lot more success with a lot less stress. We are right back. I hope you enjoyed pondering those 4 big questions during the break. Now I've got another big question for you. Please email me and tell me how you answered those 4 questions and which, if any, I might be able to help you with. My address is doc@drstephensimpson.com. I want to use this as content for a future show, and in return, you'll be helping others who might be struggling with the same issues. When you help others, you raise your frequencies and receive many gifts from the universe. And you can also be anonymous. If so, tell me this in your note. As I'll explain shortly, I will send you a free gift in return for your answers to the 4 big questions. The best way to find out, that sounds good, doesn't it? The best way to find out more about me and my work, and I hope you do, is to check out my website, drstephensimpson.com. Sign up for my free weekly newsletter and discover plenty of other free stuff to explore, including the Zen Doctor and the Poker Genius podcast channels. The Zen Doctor is shooting up the charts. We're number 1 in several categories now. If you feel rich, and I hope you do, and if you don't, I hope you soon will be very, very rich, you can also purchase some great books, hypnotic audio books, and coaching programs. As you would expect, I confidently recommend any of my products on my website. A good place to start and I'll tell you exactly why in a moment, would be the Zen Guided Meditation audiobook, because this is my free gift to you in return for your answers to the 4 big questions. Here are more details about this audiobook. I learned how to meditate at the age of 21, and I'm still learning. It was one of the most valuable investments of my time and money. Meditation and hypnosis are very similar altered mind states. This audiobook contains elements of both and will change the way you think. I composed the background music, and it is definitely hypnotic. It has sold many thousands of copies, and I use that in the background for this show. Listen to this audiobook daily and you will be calmer and you will make better decisions. After 1 month, you will notice the difference, and your family and your friends will notice the difference even more. Now we're on to step 3 of 3, the final step, which, as I said earlier, is learning how to open your third eye and the benefits that this will bring. Use it or lose it. The third eye, or the mind's inner eye, is a concept in various spiritual and philosophical traditions. It's often depicted as an invisible eye located on the forehead and is said to provide perception beyond ordinary perception. In Hinduism, the third eye is called the Ajna chakra and is associated with intuition, wisdom, and enlightenment. It's believed to be the soul's seat and provide access to higher levels of consciousness. In Buddhism, the third eye, known as the eye of wisdom, is the source of all knowledge and understanding. It is believed to be opened through meditation and other spiritual practices. This is why that meditation audiobook might be helpful. Other cultures and religions, including Sufism, Taoism, and Native American traditions, have adopted the third eye concept. It's often associated with psychic abilities such as clairvoyance, telepathy, and precognition. Some people believe that it can be opened through meditation, through yoga, and other practices, while others believe it's an innate ability that can be developed over time. It's there for all of us. In biology, it's known as the parietal eye and exists in varying degrees in many animals. Its origin is likely to be primitive because it's most pronounced in the fossils of dinosaurs, where a distinct hole in the skull can be found. Smaller indentations can be found in living amphibians and reptiles, but not in birds and mammals. In addition to bone indentations, the third eye exists physically as nervous cells in most lizards, frogs, and some fish, including tuna and sharks. A layer of skin always covers it, so it is not capable of sight in a conventional way. Its cells sense only light, but not images. These sensory inputs are sent to the pineal gland, where they help calibrate the circadian rhythm of night, day, and seasons, and many other things too as well. In humans, there is some evidence that the third eye provides sensory information regarding our position when our eyes are closed. An example would be navigating one's way around a dark room. And if you were designing a human being from scratch, an argument could be made for having a fully functional third eye in approximately the same position that it exists in animals. Navigators know that 3 points are needed to fix a position accurately. If we had 3 eyes, our 3-dimensional perception would have greatly improved. I've used this tripod concept with professional tour golfers when they have trouble reading the detailed contours of the putting green, because putting is very important in golf. On occasion, this has been a hilarious experiment, but it's also sometimes been very successful. If the normal things aren't working, try the strange, cranky things. So if something isn't working, be prepared to try a different approach, and you might get a pleasant surprise. If there is a third eye, it works its magic by encouraging a connection to the unconscious mind. How many times have we said that? Learning how to open the third eye is just another of the many benefits of meditation. It's said to provide perception beyond ordinary sight. It's associated with intuition, wisdom, and enlightenment. Meditation does not have to be complicated or take a long time. Even just 5 minutes a day will improve your mental state. Focus on breathing through your heart, your eyes, or your forehead. There's no harm in experimenting with meditation. You can breathe through, imagine you're breathing through a different part every day, see which works best. Another very popular approach is to listen to a guided meditation. So all you have to do is just close your eyes. And the one that I mentioned on my website, shop, would fit you like a glove, and could be free if you apply for the free gift and give me your answers to your 4 questions. Anyway, so whether you believe in the third eye or not, it's a fascinating concept that has been explored by many cultures and religions throughout history. Okay, we've got time for a few questions. Should I use a mantra? Plenty of people do. In fact, maybe most people do. When I first learned how to meditate at the age of 21, I was given my own personal mantra. And I was told I couldn't ever share it with anybody. And so far, I've kept a secret. And I'm not normally good at keeping secrets. So I'm not going to tell you what mine is. But one, I'll tell you what a lot of people use. And it's the letters OM. And if you make that noise and hold your hand on your chest, you can feel your chest vibrating. So for some reason, this sound is resonant. And another mantra you can use is what in Buddhism they call the metabhavana, the loving kindness meditation. And that goes through various steps. I'm just going to tell you the first step, which is pretty good even on its own. And this is what you would say to yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. And repeat it on and on. So another question, what's the best time of the day to meditate? Anytime. It doesn't really matter. People typically like to choose a time when they're pretty quiet. So it might be in the morning, soon after they've got up, or it might be in the evening when they're starting to chill down and looking forward to a good kip. So, but anyway, if you're particularly stressed at any time in the day, that would be a best time for you. And somebody here, I've got some sympathy for this. I've got arthritis in both hips, and I'm physically unable to sit on the floor. Is it okay to lie down? It certainly is okay to lie down or to sit. And fortunately, I don't have arthritis, but I still can't sit in the proper meditation position. If I tried, I'd dislocate both hips, so I don't try. Let's move on, because now it's time for the top tip of the week, and it shouldn't be a surprise. The tip is meditate for at least 5 minutes every day for 28 days. If you can keep this going, you are going to notice a lot of differences, because this is one of the easy ways to a lot more success with a lot less stress. Thanks for joining us today. We've got a great program lined up for you on the same day, at the same time, and at the same place next week. It just might be about hypnosis, but I'm not sure. Be there and invite all your friends and family and everybody else too, even the people you don't like. Who knows? You might even get to enjoy their company. You could become best friends, because stranger things have happened. We live in a strange world. And let's all raise the vibration of ourselves and our world to a higher frequency, because it certainly needs it. Finally, don't forget to check out my website, drstevensimpson.com, sign up for my free weekly newsletter, and discover plenty of other great stuff too. And don't forget to send me your answers to the big 4 questions posted just before the break, so I can send you your present. Thanks for joining us on the show. I look forward to meeting you all again next week. In the meantime, meet many exciting new people, make massive progress on your projects, and most importantly, have almost too much fun. Goodbye for now.
You have been listening to the Zen and Art of NLP. A lot more success with a lot less stress. Tune in every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio as we dive into the depths of your unconscious mind and awaken your intuition, unlocking hidden talents and supercharging your personal and professional relationships. Continue embarking on a stress-free journey towards unparalleled success by subscribing to future episodes, and stay updated on the latest content. Easily share these captivating shows with your loved ones and create meaningful connections. Book a personal session with Dr. Steve Simpson to delve deeper into the topics that resonate with you. You can visit his website at drstevensimpson.com.